Yo, Shalawam, Shalawam, Shalawam. Ashar Shabbat. Ashar Shabbat. We're going to wait for some people to get in. It's a lot of gift for being late. You know, dang plantation, man. This plantation. We're going to wait for people to get up in there. You know, the Most High's word ain't going to be in void. You already know what's going on, family. Man, it's Friday. You see Ivy back here chilling, basking in the sunlight. What's going on, Mother Bethai? What's going on? Yeah, I just want to talk to y'all for a little bit. I want to talk to y'all for a little bit, man. Let the Most High talk to y'all, man, for a little bit. We gonna wait though. We gonna wait. You just chilling? Yeah, yeah. I hear that. I hear that. Not Ivy. Hey. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, you know, she all right though. She green at the top, brown at the bottom. You understand? Snow. Oh, where's the snow? Oh, in Cleveland? Y'all got a snowstorm in Cleveland? That's because the Browns didn't win. The Browns didn't win. That's why we got a snowstorm. Most High's upset. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, so we'll see. Hit you. Where's Method in Red? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You ain't gonna do me like that. Oh, hold on. Hey, I'm taking receipts now on the Wanna. Oh, you trying to get at me? Me and Chief Pre-Shaw are gonna plot on you. We gonna scheme. We gonna plot on you. No, but yeah, that's that it really do though. It is. Hey, she's strong though. Hey, I'm talking about -1, -8, and she that green. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. But so while we wait some more, we'll wait some more for brothers to get on and everything like that. Yay! Ashar Shabbat, sister. Sis has been real diligent. And that's been the word for me, man. It's diligence. You know. And what does this word mean? Let's just get the word diligent. This is a good word, man. The diligent definition. Having or showing care and consciousness in one's work or one's duties. You understand? That's being diligent. Hey, holiday season coming up. They got done with their little New Year's. They got done with their little Christmas. Now it's our turn. Now we got to make plans. You know, and we making plans right now, right? Whether you're just doing it with your family, whether you're doing it with friends too, whether it's just you trying to get people on, you're going to be trying to make this Passover something to remember. You're going to try to make this Purim something to remember. Sometimes, especially including me, I need these holy days to catapult myself, right? And that's what that's there for too. Don't underestimate the power of these holy days, because there's power in doing them and it doesn't go in vain like it does doing Christmas or Thanksgiving or Easter or the 4th of July. That all that stuff goes back in vain because that's in vanity. Why is it in vanity? Because it's idol worship. If it's worshiping men, it's still an idol. But this is something that we must be diligent on, is getting these holy days right, getting our T's crossed and our I's dotted, so to speak, right? It's a big season for us. And it starts now. And if you've been in the truth long enough, you know that this season starts now. We're still in the dead of the winter. Everything's dead outside, but everybody thinks that everything's new. But nature is telling us that it's still dead. It's still dead. Nothing's relived, nothing's revived. So while it's still dead for us that's in the know, it's time to get all of those iniquities resolved. It's to get everything in order. It's to prep and prepare for. Ooh, screw my black. No, it's to prep and prepare for the things that are coming at hand, which is the Most High's holy days, right? Would you say 12 inches of snow? Yeah, we had some snow here too. And that's to show you that this thing ain't nothing. It ain't nothing new about the snow that was pouring in December and then the snow that came in January. There ain't nothing new about it. There ain't no renewal. There ain't no new year. It's still the same old grass. It's still the same old grass. See, we were in agriculture to the fullest when we was in Israel, right? Some of our tithes came in crops in Israel, huh? So we should know when it's really the new year or not, right? And I know on the Saturday Shabbat classes and the Q&A classes, we went through what was really the birth of the Most High. I mean, what was really the birth of Yahushua, what time that might have been around. And it's looking like the month of Abib, strong. And that's the time of renewal, right? And he always has these themes of renewing because he knows that we're a stiff-necked people too as well, right? I mean, even in the Garden of Eden, he still made contingencies for the sun and the moon as well. So, with that being said, everybody seems to be here that's supposed to be here. All praises to the Most High. So let's start off with this. Shalawam, Mother Beverly. Shalawam Iskarai, Picture Shalawam Wandawana, and everybody else that's here with us in the spirit. I'm just going to say this. We give all honor and praise to Yahweh by Shema Mashiach Barakatah. And I delight in the fact that we're all here in his name and his cause. In the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses shall this word be established. And we got 2 or 3 up in here right now. And you could be anywhere else, but you here with little old me in A.O.C, Chicago, and we're going to set it off right. Yeah, and that's why, and people, I'm not going to get on that. Let me go on script real quick, and then we're going to get back to that because I got some things because your brother Barack had ventured on YouTube a little bit, and it was just real. It's worser than it's ever been. I mean, the people that you might blindly add is just like you just be looking at them statuses. You be like, what? It's wild. It's wild out here. So we're gonna touch base on all of that. We're gonna touch base on all of that, and we're gonna keep it rocking. So as we approach the holy days, man, there's a lot of things that are going to be tasked of us to do, and we got to stay in the spirit, and we can't be sluggish. All right. And this is how I said this is where spring comes in, right? Because we know this. We know that this new year This new year is going to kick off in around April, in the month of Abib. I know some camps do dates differently, but for the most part, we're all going to be aligned with the month of Abib, so-called month of April, and we're going to kick this thing off. And first, we're going to kick it off with the month of with Purim, which is coming up very soon. So Cleveland, if you out there, we'll be seeing you very soon, brothers. And it all has a purpose too, but we'll explain that too here in today's class. But it's good to mentally prepare for the labor that's ahead. It's good to mentally prepare for the labor that's ahead. There's a lot of labor ahead. I know the sisters is on here, and there's a lot of things, right? There's a lot of things that go behind the works of the Passover, right? This is a big month, and it's okay to talk about it right now because we got to talk about it right now. We better talk about it sooner than later, right? Because the word is diligent. The word still is diligent, and that is having or showing care in one's duties. And as you know, in Ecclesiastes 12 and 12, the whole duty of man and woman is to do the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Bible, right? And one of those laws is to attend his high holy days, which won't come back void. They're not going to come back void. And we'll get into that too. But there's going to be a lot of people out here saying that's for naught, and we know it's not, right? Sisters are going to be planning, right? The sisters that's on this chat, sisters that's going to be there on location, around the location, right? They're going to be doing works. Yeah, I said it. You know what I'm saying? Like doing the little things for Passover, right? The themes of the color, the garments that brothers are going to be wearing, right? The food that's going to be cooked, right? All of those things sisters are going to be a part of. And it's just sad that sisters really think that this is some type of bondage. I mean, if you don't want to cook for your man, you think that that's slavery. What about cooking for the Most High and many men that's going to be there? Right. So let's hold on one second. Let's get Deuteronomy and 16 and 16 real quick, because that's a lot of men you're going to be feeding that you think that you're going to be slaving over. But that sometimes, people kind of view it as we're saying this. We're not saying this. The scriptures are saying this. The Most High is saying this. You can disappoint me, but if you disappoint the Most High, that's the person that's going to torment your body and your soul. I can't do nothing to you. You can stick the police on me ASAP, right? You could lie on me ASAP and say, he did it ASAP, and I'm gone out the picture. But the Most High, you can't cancel like that. You can't call the cops on the Most High, right? So, with that said, oh my God. If you say, hopefully none. Hopefully none. And I'm not trying to be like on that. I'm just trying to say like for y'all, because I know that for the most part, our listeners are women, are lionesses that's in the truth, right? So my thing is that everything that you do is important, is very important. You're the ones that set the standards for the brothers. Hey, we need this by this date because sisters is working to get us straight. And the Most High sees all of that. The Most High sees your work. The Most High does see your work, man. Don't know work. There's not any work that's involved with Solomon building the temple or any of those things. There's no work. There's no attention to detail that's not honored and recognized by the Most High. And that's what I'm saying. So, sisters, I know that you don't get to teach that much. I know that you got to lay in the background, and I know that you got to teach other sisters. But when it comes to Passover, you have full authority to show out and to show your talents to the Most High, because we need that. Because as masculine men and not effeminate men, we can't decorate and coordinate like y'all can. So we need you so much to bring in this Passover, just like we need the men in attendance. There, it goes hand in hand. The man is nothing without the woman is nothing out without the man. And it all comes to fruition when we do this Passover, because it takes a village to get this thing popping. It takes a village to get this thing popping the right way. The right way. Come. It's definitely an honor. 3 years ago, I was by myself and cooked so much. I ended up inviting my neighbor and a couple of friends. Yeah, because you know what? I'm going to reiterate this, but in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, man, it's not just about see when we get there for the Most High. Let me say that when we get there for the Most High, first and foremost, when we're around brothers and sisters, that's when it really happens. Your issues, things that you got to get over, all of those different things, they come out there. Because why? You're not a soloite. You're not on YouTube underneath a little Nas X post talking about F the camps and all those types of things that I've seen this week. It's going to be for a purpose. It's going to be for healing. It's going to be for rejuvenation. It's going to be for renewal. And that's why it's in the springtime. Coincidentally, whether that's the Most High's genius or not, I think it's his genius, right? Because he knows that we're a stiff-necked people. He knows we're a stiff-necked people, and we need time to renew, especially in our captivity. This is a time where brothers can resolve our differences, and the sisters can feel like they're contributing in the garment making. I mean, everything. I've seen sisters on chats. What about the color scheme? I don't know nothing about that. I don't want to know nothing about that. Y'all figure that out. That's not me. There's some things that some parts of the body do that the legs don't do, that the wrists don't do, that the head does, but the neck doesn't do, that the ears do, but the eyes doesn't do, that the nose does, but the lips doesn't do, that the tongue does, but the teeth doesn't do. Do you understand? So we all have a purpose in this thing to contribute. So I just want to say that, man, the sisters, man, doing y'all thing, all the beautiful Passovers that was, all of them that's to become, y'all should cherish and praise that and know that that's y'all work. That is y'all work doing that, bringing brothers together, and that coordination and that cohesion, that communication, all the things that men and women complain about online about what we don't do to each other. If we could do that for the Most High, we'll be okay. We'll be okay. Okay? Now, the Most High has pleasure with all those things. Like I just said, man, he takes pleasures in those things, right? He takes pleasures of us being doers of the word. So, without further ado, let's bring out our first scripture of the night. All right. Block here, just give me a little bit. Yeah, man. So no work goes without void, but you're not just doing these Passovers. You're not just doing these Purims. You're not doing the Feast of Dedications. You're not doing the Day of Atonement You're not doing first fruits. You're not doing these things in vain, man. The Most High knows what you're doing. And that's why it's important. I'll say later in the program, it's just like charity. Because why? Charity is like giving your free time to something that you're not going to get paid for. But we know our salvation because we are Jews. We are Israel. So my thing to you, we should know the fruits of this labor that's coming ahead. We should know that. We should know that. If we don't know, it's my job as a servant of the Most High just to reiterate those things. Just to reiterate those things. All right. So we're gonna get 1 James 22. Right. So it says here, 1 James verse 22. Be ye doers of the word and not hearers only. Let me stop. You heard about the Passover, and you know what's good. You know what's good. But you don't participate in it. How are you getting the full effect? You say you love sports. You follow them. You know who all the good players are, but you never went to a game. How can you get the full experience? How can you get the full experience? You got to get the full experience of the Most High. You got to get that full experience, right? Because we need everything we can get, man. We're battling between flesh and spirit. Flesh and spirit, man. So when we attend things like this, we'll be in more spirit than flesh, right? Let me get the book of James again, verse 2 and 24. Yeah, man. It's beautiful, man. This thing is so important. So important to us. You know, it gets knocked under the rugs and it's, but all the churches are doing what? They're doing New Year's Eve concerts with secular music. What's I swag, I surf, I swag, I surf. On a nuttic, and one of those on my body. And that's what they're doing. So they're blasphemizing this thing. We damn near have to be the bearers of this thing, but we have to make it right. All this buffoonery that I be seeing in them Atlanta churches, we got to make it right. We owe the Most High to make it right and to honor him truly on his specific day that he wants, that we know that he's going to be pleased with, that men and women can partake of. It's not the battle of the sexes during this holy day season. Everybody has a hand in it. Everybody has a hand in it. So that's what we got to know. So James 2 and 24, and it reads, ye see then how by thy works a man is justified, a man and a woman, and not by faith only. So you could say, like, yeah, I know the Passover, I know it's good, it's a good thing, but you don't contribute to it. Action or love is an action word. And if you really love the Most High, and if you have the talent and the skill, you'll be making them little garments. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be demanding brothers to get the monies in so you can make the garments, right? You putting the Most High first priority. You got things to do, but the brothers that are worshiping the Most High in truth and sincerity that are going to be celebrating the Passover, you're putting that priority, right? So now you have some sort of authority now too, as a woman. You didn't really think about it like that too, right? Because you're a part of this thing. You're a part of the holy day. You're a part of the ceremony and the service, the garments that we're wearing, the food that we're eating. You are in control of a lot of these things, and it goes swept under the rug, right? They go swept under the rug, but I got to tell you that without you, this Passover would not be as illustrious as it can be, right? Because it needs a touch of the woman. The Most High is balanced. It needs the authority of a man and the gentleness and the grace and all that the woman encompasses, right? I'm the substance and you're the style. I'm the substance and you're the style. The men are the substance and the woman is the style, right? We need them both for this day. We got to show all out for this day and for these days because it's a long season. And the Bible is our comfort. The Bible is our comfort too, right? Think about it. Really think about it. You go to the holy day, right? You just made it there. What does the sister say? Hold on. She's talking about dirty rags. Dirty rags. Where's the dirty rags at? Right here. She said something like this. Yeah, we coming as filthy. We coming filthy, right? Some of us are. Some of us may be clean from the year over with a little bit of filth, right? But for the most part, we coming in dirty, especially if we knew we coming in dirty. But it's comforting, right? You have to be comforted. You have to have counsel. Like there's a lot of things that go on during these high holy days. You've got to counsel your congregation. There might be issues with people that's going on. Huh? Hey, Brother Noah. Shabbat Shalawam. Shabbat Shalawam. All praises. Right. And you know what? I might have an issue that I'm holding for this brother right here. And I don't want to talk to nobody but this brother at Passover. Right? And that's where issues get resolved. If I got into it with this brother right here during the year, I got to go to this brother at the Passover and to resolve those issues because it's a time for what? It's a time for renewal. We have to renew our relationship in the Most High in the hour. And that's what this thing is about. 70 times 7. Forgive. And how we do that is to go all out. The Passover. We're going to forgive everybody. We're going to praise and worship. We're going to have a good time. And we're going to congregate. And we're going to get stronger. Because we're a family. We're not a camp. We're a family. All right? What else do you do pleasure in? What else are these? Because we're ushering in the holy day season. We're ushering this thing in. And we're just going to bring awareness tonight, Friday night, Shabbat. We're going to bring awareness to the things that are going to come later. Because we have to prepare for the labors ahead. We have to prepare for the labors ahead. Right? The incense and the myrrh that's going to be there. That's going to comfort us. Right? It always comforts me. The Hebrew. Well, a couple weeks ago, maybe a week ago, didn't Tree Priest say that knowing the Hebrew prayers and those blessings and those chants, don't they give blessings onto your cats, onto your dogs, onto your plants? Don't they do all those things? It's going to do that there for you too as well if you attend. And if you prepare diligently, that frankincense and that myrrh, the prayers, the witnesses that are going to be there that's going to hear out your trials and your tribulations of the year that you just had. All those things are going to be resolved in the Most High through Yahushua because you attended that Passover, right? And he's going to bless you according to your works. So, and then listen, us as a camp, we have men of renown that fell in Cleveland. that we got to bring up, right? We got men in this truth that diligently, that did it diligently with all honor. Oh man, beautiful brothers, man, that is not here with us today that can be celebrated and bring into remembrance in these high holy days, right? Because all work is not done in vain. So we're gonna go there to do that too as well. What I'm trying to say is that, man, we're gonna go there to squash old beef too. We're gonna squash that old beef, right? Because that's what, if y'all see my post on Facebook, I see brothers and sisters that still got unleavened bread in them since like 3 years ago. It seemed like everybody got an issue with us. Everybody got an issue with camps. Everybody got an issue with this. Everybody got an issue with that. But really, they have an issue with their unresolved leavened bread. They got an issue with forgiving. That's what they got an issue with, for real, for real. I'm over here looking at the chats like, who hurt you and why? You understand? So we bring into remembrance men of renown over here. Every man that did the work, man, sometimes at Passover we'll do that. We'll bring up memories with the brothers, man. And it's beautiful. Everything is beautiful about this thing. And we squash old beef. We squash old beef, man. I mean, just me as an example, like I always do. We had an argument, right? Fantasy football. Brothers was talking on me. You know, I'm mad, man. The mad lion, Yasharala, and I get it in with him and everything like that. I know the brother. I see him. But after Passover, when I do see him again, everything's gonna be cool. Everything's gonna be cool. It's a new day. I prayed, I worshiped, I fasted. We ate clean foods, right? Everything's good, brother. We gotta take this kingdom. All right. I forgive you, man. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I promise you, I'm not gonna go on Facebook and post something about that same issue I had 3 years ago. Because that's not Yahushua. Yahushua is about growth and renewal. And that's what this whole thing is about. I don't know what to tell you, man. I could bring out 1,000 scriptures, but apparently it don't matter. Right? What is it? I used to delete anybody who talking about A.O.C. I didn't play that. Hey, they ain't not anymore. They just saying forget the camp, forget your house shot. Underneath a little Nas X post, they doing this. And that's what blew my mind. But as the wickedness increases in our people, we got to understand that the diligence of the Most High has to increase in our people too as well. Because this thing in 2024 is going to turn into a whole nother level. A whole nother level. It's going to be a whole nother level of spiritual battle that we're going to have to face. And we need these days to get rejuvenated and to get repaired. We need to get rejuvenated and we need to get prepared. And closer to the Passover, I'll have some more things. But for the most part, what kind of bread have you made? What kind of bread? Just ask yourself. What? Yeah. That's all. That's all I'm going to bring up too, as well. Too. There's going to be a falling away because it happens every year, and we've witnessed that within our own congregation. There's always a falling away. There's always a falling away. Satan's going to and fro. To and fro. He doesn't want worship anybody but him. He didn't allow it with Adam too. That's why his ass fell. Because he didn't want to humble himself down. That's his biggest problem. His pride is his problem. And that's what our people are. The pride, not to celebrate this thing. The arrogance to think that there's nothing but the white man's holy days and holidays and helly days. That there's nothing but Martin Luther King Day, Juneteenth, 4th of July. That is a lie. All praises to the Most High. And that's why I'm bringing this thing out, because this is just motivation for this holiday season, this holy day season that we have coming up for Yahweh, the power of Israel, man. And yeah, man, that's beautiful that you brought that up, man. That's so beautiful, man. We all in the same spirit, especially now. But like I said before, what kind of bread did you break? What kind of bread did you make? Because it's not beef, it's bread, right? I got a beef with that, brother. No, liken it as unleavened bread that you got to deal with and you have to cast out. If you didn't know nothing about Passover, you had to cast out that unleavened bread in your house, in your physical house, and in your physical house, if you feel me, right? And we got to pass that out, man. I had a Passover in my home since I came in. All praise I decorated and I could. And you doing the works. You doing the works, Mother Bethai. You doing the works for the Most High. And that shouldn't be diminished. If I have a class on this, it's going to be about not diminishing the works that the woman brings to the Most High, right? Because y'all participate. Y'all want to make sure that these classes are catered to you too as well. And they give you motivation to keep on doing what you're doing, right? They keep on doing what you're doing, man. Because I don't know how it feels to make 30 garments for brothers. I don't know how that feels. I don't know how that feels when the money's late making garments for brothers. I don't know how that feels. I don't know how y'all feel about that. All right. I don't know how y'all feel about a whole bunch of things when it comes to the Passover and when it comes to these high holy days season. But we all going through it. We're all doing our best for the Most High during this holy day season, man. And that's why it's beautiful. And because you love doing it, the Most High gonna love you back more. And he's gonna bless you more. He's gonna bless you more. He's gonna bless you more. All right. Now with that, we don't live by bread alone. That's what Yahweh said, man. We don't live by bread alone, man. We live by participating in the law. We can live by it or we can die by it. We can live by participating in these high holy days, or we can die in our ignorance. We could die without Proverbs. I think it's Proverbs 30:5, man. The Most High is going to be our shield. But how could he be our shield when we ain't doing his will? Right? How can he be our shield? How can he protect our children? We need this. We need a Passover. We need these high holy days. We desperately need it. You need it. I need it. We need it. Right? Participation gives us life. It gives us life. The brotherhood and the sisterhood for this thing. The brotherhood and the sisterhood for this thing. It's great. You're going to be around all your sisters. You're all going to be decked out. You're going to be dressing modest. You're going to have your garments on. You're going to have your man there. Have your Lord there. And he's going to be showing out glory. Right? And y'all get to convene. Right? It's hard out here, man. Some of y'all in Detroit, Cleveland, New York, Baltimore, New Jersey, you understand? Chicago, right? Indiana. And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard. But when you unify together, you strengthen and you talk and you congregate and you build, right? And you make good things and good agreements upon one another. And you set standards that go along with the most high standards, right? And you do everything in accordance with thus saith the Lord. And that's what you get at the Passover. And that's what you get at these high holy days. Because when you congregate with righteous people, you end up doing righteous things. When you congregate with righteous people doing righteous acts, you do righteous things. And one of those righteous things is doing these high holy days, going to prayer, going to the Passover, going to first fruits, right? Paul kept the Passover. A lot of people like to use Paul to get out of doing the Passover, but he didn't do the Passover though. He did. Let's get that. Let's get that. Let's get Acts 20 and 6. Acts 20 and 6. Acts 20 and 6. Let's get it. One second, man. Computer still a little slow. Yeah, but Acts 20 and 6, man. Paul went to the Passover, right? So he said that and we sailed away from Philippi, right? Philippians, right? We sailed away from Philippi after the days of unleavened bread. So he was celebrating the Passover. And he came on to Troas in 5 days, where we abode 7 days. So he was still on the move too. But he made sure, even though Paul was busy doing the work, he made sure to do the ultimate work, which is honoring and praising the Most High at the Feast of Unleavened Bread, which we know is as Passover. Hold on one second. So I was at the door. All right. You say it's right, princess. I learned my lesson to be hanging around my family or friends during pagan holidays. I hope I can build with those I'm losing as I'm changing my old ways to Yahweh's high holy days. And that is the burden of us all too, as well. Because in the Matthews it says that Yahweh is going to divide us. And this is the division, is between what's the Most High's will and what's our will in our own families, retrospectively. So wherever your family is at spiritually and everything, you just kind of gotta, we still have to honor our mother and our father, but at the same time, they gotta understand. They gotta understand too where you're coming from, and that's what being a real man and a real woman of Yahweh and the Most High comes from. Man, you got to put your foot down too, as well, because we're going to read further that at a young age, Yahweh put his foot down too. At a young age, he let it be known that the Passover was the thing to do, and that's what he was going to be about. He was going to be about his father's business. He was going to be about his father's business at a young age. So, but our family, we have to be patient, just like the Most High is patient with us. We have to be patient with our family. We can't, we can't put the pressure on them like that, right? We can't give them ultimatums. We have to be very patient and very forgiving with our family. We have to operate with the same operation that the Most High has operated on with us. And that's forgiving and that's being patient because he knows that we're stubborn. Iron sharpens iron. Yeah, exactly. So when we come to the Passover, another aspect, young brother, young sister wants wants to know how to be acceptable to the man of the Most High. Young brother wants to know how to be acceptable to a woman of the Most High. You're gonna learn that at the Passover. You're gonna learn that with you're gonna learn that at the Passover with brothers and sisters that are more learned than you, that have relationships um, embedded or with that foundation, with that Israelite foundation, right? Uh, you're gonna have unions. You're gonna have unions that are gonna be there together that show you for an example. We need more positive examples in our society. We do. We need more positive examples. Listen, man, a picture is worth 1,000 words. If sisters and brothers all got garmented up and we celebrating the Passover, we've taken flicks, man, that's a very positive and powerful image, man. And that's iron sharpening iron too, as well. That's motivation. That's motivation for the holy days, man. God was manifested in the flesh. I mean, the thing is, I mean, you do disservice to Yahushua. I mean, you do disservice to Yahushua though, because the Most High uses Yahushua to do His work and to glorify His name too as well. So you have to understand, you got to get out of that doctrine that it's the Holy Trinity, because who's standing at the right of the Most High, right? Because you know that Satan wants to take his throne. He wants to be like the highest. So he's got to guard his throne, bro. So with that, he's got to send his doer, his word. And his word is Yahushua. And he's always been his word, right? He's always been that, right? So anyway, I just don't understand like what that has to do. Like you need to manifest yourself at the Passover. That's what you need to do. You need to manifest yourself at the Passover. You're missing the point. I just don't understand all of this. I'm not going to play with you like that. You need to be at this Passover, because whether you think Yahushua is wherever you think wherever you think Yahushua is the Most High or not, they both at the Passover, and you ain't, right. So with that, sometimes with love and kindness I have drawn thee. Yeah, gone. But I don't mean to get on skills go. I just I don't know if you're listening to this thing. You understand? I don't know if you're listening to this thing. And for those of you, yeah, the general just got at me right now. So he is here watching, which is crazy right now. um, but no, we yes, manifest your behind at the Passover, and in that way, doctrine can be refined and defined, refined and defined. Man, that's when we come. Okay, let's get this. Let's get this. Let's get it. Because I'm a liar. I'm a liar. I'm a liar. Let the holy scriptures stay true. Let the holy scriptures stay true. And we know we get this all the time. Psalms 83. You already know where I'm going. All right. Because people is plotting on you, man. They don't want you to do this. Right? So Psalms 83 and 2. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head, and they have taken crafty counsel on thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. And they have said, Come, let us cut them off from being a nation. How do you cut one off from being a nation? You cut off their tradition. You cut it off. That's it. You cut it off. Just like we cut off that Christmas tree and put it in our house, they cut off our connection with the Most High at the same time. Celebrating that Christmas, you're wicked, you're an idolater, you're a liar. But when you worship the Most High in His high holy days, you are not. You become powerful. Why? Why? Because you're doing the Most High's will, and He's going to bless you. That's why. Because you congregating, you're ministering on to the people. You're being a good shepherd to your brother. You're figuring out which sheep need to be tended to more than other sheep. You're figuring out that this sheep is a little bit more brighter than the other sheep, and he needs to be raised. He needs a new position. Or maybe this sheep has become a little bit more blackened, and he needs to be lowered, and he needs to be humbled. You're figuring out what's going on in your congregation. You're figuring out the people that you have that's worshiping the Most High. So that's another reason why we celebrate the Passover, to figure out what we have as a people, so that no man that's inside of Israel makes a tumult against us or comes against our people and becomes that Judas. You know that Judas was, I'm bringing it out further, but you know that Judas was, his whole claim to fame arise during the Passover, when it was nigh, when it was near. Just like Mother Pathia said, but it's going to be purging. There's going to be some purging. There's going to be some purging. Let's get Isaiah 2 and 3. Isaiah 2 and 3. I'll read the comments. Hold on. Hold your peace real quick. The water for your participation. May the Most High bless y'all and keep y'all. Man, let's keep this spirit and this diligent. Let's be diligent. We're going to be diligent for about, February, March, April. We won't be diligent all the way through. Let's try to do this thing until December. Right? Let's Isaiah chapter 2 and 3 and the reads. Let's get it. And many people shall go and say, Come ye, let us go up to the mountain of the Most High, to the house of the power of Jacob. And he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Most High from Jerusalem. See, if y'all Negroes, if this was mainstream, we wouldn't have a problem, wouldn't we? If it was mainstream, if this Passover, no, for real. I know y'all laugh, but if it was mainstream, we would be doing it. Just like the BET award, that anybody want to show up. They got people want to be there so bad they on the outskirts, just want to be seen because everybody's involved with it. All the who's who of this world. But this Passover isn't for the glory of men; it's for the glory of the Most High. And just like we pray in secret, do the Passover in secret. But we Jakes and we Israel, and it's going to be loud either way. And we make it glorious and we make it fantastic. If you've never been, please come. Please come. You're gonna get it all. You're gonna dance, you're gonna cry, you're gonna repent. The only thing that you can't do is fast, because you gotta eat. And that's a requirement, right? The bitter herbs, the lamb, right? And we gotta put that. Hey, sisters, let's hit that with that apple vinegar. because I had tasted some lamb with some apple vinegar, and that thing is not gamey. That thing is better than steak. I'll tell you that right now. But anyway, when we talk about food, because I am hungry. But yeah, but listen, man. If the other nations did it, they would do it all wrong. They would have pork all up in there. They would have the abomination of the desolation of the abomination, which is pork on that altar. They'll be having a big fat pork up there. And the Most High would hate it. And that's why he hates our feast days, because we roasting unclean meats and unclean things. If the Gentiles knew, if the Gentiles worship the Passover, they don't know the difference between clean and unclean. We have to teach them. We have to teach them these things. That's what we're gonna do too in time. But we have to perfect it with each other first. We have to perfect it with each other first. Hold on. Ooh, snap. Hold on. Hey, let me get my charger. I don't want to go out on y'all. Hold on one second. Okay, con. Okay, now I'm back. And I don't want to cut it out. I don't want to cut it out. Okay, cool. Right. So let's go. Yeah, I do, man. I do, but that's why this thing is what it is. That's why this thing, because I'm doing it with all my might. And that's humbling too, and it's cutting me too, because I could do more. But I'm doing it with all my might. It's like y'all sisters is on here all the time with all y'all might. We do it together, because the man and the woman, we're not without each other, man. I know Eve did Adam wrong and everything like that, but the relationship improved. The communication ensued. They eventually became a little bit of that one flesh that we always like to talk about. They eventually did that and got that right. But we can't do this Passover without our women. And they can't do it without the men too as well. And don't let anybody confuse you about that. Don't let anybody on this line and on this book confuse you about that thing, man. This is a special thing. And it should be held reverence. This is how we set apart. No one does this like we do this. And these Gentiles can't do this like we do this. So we got to teach them someday. But right now, it should be in secret. Just like how we pray in secret, this thing should be secret, man. Because this thing, whoo, you understand me? But anyway. Oh, okay. Let's get First John. John 4:22. Just to reiterate, because we know what we do. Because what is Psalms 147, right? He's given us our law, right? So when we read about the Passover, brothers should be having flashbacks. Like, oh, I remember doing that. Hold on, this sounds familiar. Hold on. You know, it should because we are those people, and all we gotta do is tap in. All we have to do is just tap in. It's beautiful, man. You know how many beautiful things that happened to me personally from doing this thing, whether it be financially or just spiritually or just mentally or just with people interpersonally. It's beautiful and it's powerful. It's beautiful and it's powerful, and it shouldn't be run under the mud online as well as in person. It's very disgusting. But the demons are out. The 2/3 of our people, you could see them, and they're not far. You could see them. And I pity them. I feel bad, and I will laugh at their calamity because it's foolish to things that they disagree with. Absolutely foolish. but we don't have time to entertain fools nor swine. And we're done throwing our pearls at them, because our pearls are for the Most High, man, and they're precious, man. And you know, we don't got that many of them. So let's see. 4 and 22. 4 and 22. John 4 and 22. Forgive me, I lost track. This is the book of John, chapter 4, verse 22, and it reads. No. 22. Ye worship, ye know not what. Ye worship, ye know not what. We know what we worship. We know what the Passover is going to do for us. We know that that's a time for renewal. Just like the new moon is a time for renewal. Everything is a new time and a new beginning for us, the stubborn, thick-headed, hard-headed, stiff-necked children of Israel. He's given us chances after chances. Didn't he gave, if you really look at it, he gave Adam and Eve a chance to repent. He gave Cain a chance to repent. Where's your brother, Cain? Did he repent? No. You know, it is what it is, but I'll keep going though. So we have to practice what we preach, right? Perfect it, and then teach these other nations. That's where this stuff goes from, because we know that salvation comes from doing the works. What's doing the works? The woman that's participating in the Passover that's to come, the men that participate in the Passover to come, right? Doesn't the scripture say that money answereth all things? Especially when that money is for the Most High. Doesn't he give us all these things? Don't we have dominion over that monies? Right? Don't we have dominion over the gold and the silver and the ruby and the emerald and all those types of precious things? Don't we have dominion over that? And then when we do get a chance to strip our oppressor of those things, what are we going to do with it? Are we going to give it all back to the Most High? Are we going to formulate and plot and be diligent? Diligent. What's that again? Having or showing care, consciousness in one's work or duties. So you're going to be diligent with that money that you made the past couple of months. I'm going to be very diligent on this dang heat bill that's been kicking my butt. There ain't going to be no heat in this house. Because why? I'm trying to get my monies to answer my ticket for the Passover. To answer my ticket for being counted as doing the Most High's holy day. That is why, this holiday season is important. This holy day season is important for us. Okay. And like I always say, James, man, don't be double-minded in this thing. Don't be double-minded. Don't do the Passover. Should I do it? Brother, I don't know, man. That ticket, man, too much, man. Oh, man, listen, man. The Most High woke you up, bro. The Most High woke you up, sister. Like, come on, show him some love. Whether you really got it like that or not, man, just come. Just come, man, and see what it does for you, man. Don't be double-minded, because that's Satan, man, tempting you. That's Satan tempting you, man. I'm trying to think that you don't got to do this because it's bigger than that type of thing, right? But anyway, all your might. We got to do this thing with all of our might. Ecclesiastes 9 and 10. Just give me 1 second, y'all. I'll be back on the chat. Just give me a second. Ecclesiastes 9 and 10. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. Do it with everything that you got, right? And since we doing what the Most High wants us to do, we have to do it with all of our might. We have to. We go to work. We go to that plantation. We go to Esau. We do it all our might. We write up that report. We email them people, which is half the battle in Passover is communication. Hello. But we doing that at work with no issues, right? Responding back to brothers. Yes, master. Yes, master. Yes, master. But when it comes to the Most High's holy days, we absent. So long. I've been busy. But at the job, we come on, man. So 9 and 10. So whatever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. Do it with thy might. Send them emails out for Passover with thy might. You know, man, you might have to take up a second job with all your might to make things meet for the Passover. There was a brother here not too long ago that said that he would forgo rent for the Passover. The brother's not doing that now. But there was a time when brothers was in the spirit to give up their rent money to make it to the Passover, which was good. That's in the spirit, man. Do it what they might. For there is no work, no device, no knowledge, no wisdom in the grave, whether thou goest. You understand? So, I mean, they say that gangsters don't dance, but, you know, King David, man, was the biggest gangster of them all because he was cutting people down for the Most High's sake, man. And well, let's get that. I want to paraphrase. I don't want to paraphrase. So let's get that too as well. You know, as I continue to grow in this thing, I don't want to just riddle off scriptures thinking I'm doing something, you know. So I want to go very slowly, very diligently with this thing. So we're gonna keep on harping on that word. We're gonna keep on harping on that word. Because that's a powerful word, man. That's an honorable word too, as well. And that's a woman like too. You know, women like a diligent, hard-working man, right? Because every woman wants that. So online, at least, they want that six-figure guy, right? Well, you know, when you worship in the Most High, you're a six-figure. You're even more than that because why? Your treasures are getting stored up in heaven for the works that you do here, especially during Passover. So, 2 Samuel's, we're going to get 6 and 21. 2 Samuel 6 and 21. Shalawam, everybody. Please like and subscribe and share this video. I mean, the work doesn't have to begin at Passover. It could start right here. You could do work. You could share it to your family, to your friends, somebody that's in need, somebody that you don't know. You never know. You never know what fruit that you can have. You know, liken yourself as a fig tree, right? How much fruit can your fig tree bring? You understand? And if it doesn't bring, you got to come into question the root. Because every root that's in your house should bear fruit. Every root that's in your house should bear fruit, including me. So, you know, let's make sure that our election is sure. And like and subscribe and share and make sure that you can get some fruit under your belt too as well. So let's see here. Let's see here, y'all. Who we got here? What the Most High got for us right now? This is the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 6, verse 21, and it reads, And David said unto Michal, It was before the Most High, which chose me before thy father and before all his house, to appoint me ruler over the people of the Most High and over Israel. Therefore I will play before the Lord. So what does that word play mean, man? He was dancing, he was singing, he was giving honor and praise to the Most High. And that's what we're going to do at the Passover. I called off a lot of days to play before the Most High. And I will play before the Most High. And I know that y'all is going to play before the Most High. Because this is one of the few times that we get to play before the Most High and sing and dance and worship and in everything that we do with all of our might. We're going to do it during what? The April 18th, right? The April 21st, man. And then some. And then some. We're going to put on a play. Right, David danced so much that you know what I'm saying. You know the story. Some things hopped out. All right, he was previously giving out to the Most High so much, man. That's how we got to be with everything that we got. You know, with everything that we got to be in direct communication, especially now because the adversary is going to be on us. He's going to be sifting us. He's going to be sifting through us like no other. Just like Mother Bethia says, that purge, man. We got to be diligent in our prayers and all of those things during this time. This is when Israel comes alive in this time. I've been in this truth for about 5 to 6 years now, and this is when Israel comes alive. This is when the world is still dead, thinking that they worship something new. We're still preparing, waiting for the true blossom, the true spring, the true renewal. All right. Let's get because we're not doing this to just please each other, right? Like I said, we're doing this for something else. We're doing this for something else. So like yeah, with the chat, y'all, I'm in my zone. Let me just do a couple more. I'll get at the chats. If you got a question or anything like that, just let me know. So this is Psalms chapter 143 and verse 10. Teach me to do thy will. Teach me to do thy will, man. This is a prayer, man. Verse 9 reads, deliver me, O Lord, from my enemies, for I flee thee to hide. I flee unto thee to hide me. Hide me. Hide me in your Passover. Protect me in your Passover. Proverbs 30 and 5, man, you're a shield to me. And this earth is getting wickeder. I need this Passover, Most High. Protect me with it. If it's going to protect me from my enemies by me keeping this Passover, by me keeping these holy days, I'm going to do it. Verse 10, teach me to do thy will, for thou art mine, and I do what my power says. Not what man says, but what my power says. And that's in Deuteronomy 16 and 16, where the men have to attend these things, where the men have to be diligent and plan these things because they care. They care. Go to how could Cain really give a blessing to the Most High with all of that jealousy and hatred that he had for Abel? How? How could he truly give the offering that Adam instructed him to with all of that jealousy of Abel? How could we worship the Most High? How could we be true Israelites of the Bible? How could we be on Facebook with all of that hatred? All the hatred that I've seen. There's so much unleavened bread. I can bake a cake as big as my apartment. It's big, even bigger, with all of this nonsense that I've seen. It's disgusting. And that is not the will of the Most High. Because, what did it say? Thy spirit is good. And I see no good things on this online. It's all hypocrisy and me, in my view. Teach me to do thy will. That's what it says. And thy will is Passover. I don't know what y'all thought this was. This ain't about me and what I want. type of daddy, mommy issues that brothers and sisters got. This is about the Most High. Leave all that stuff at the door. Because his spirit is good. Spirit's better than yours, better than mine, better than that false teacher that you got. Right? Lead me unto the land of uprightness. Where are we leading each other online? Where? All I see is darkness. That's all I see. And we're supposed to be light. Isn't that right, sisters? Supposed to be light, man. Supposed to be the light. It's like Adam and Eve was filled with light before they transgressed. We're supposed to be the same thing, man. We're supposed to be the same thing. Second Timothy's 2:15. Let's see what that says. Let's see what that says real quick. Let's see. When you do these law, statutes, and commandments, like you gotta, like, you just don't do them. You just don't do them. You meditate in it, right? You meditate in the precepts day and night. 2 Timothy chapter 2:15 says, to study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that needed not to be in shame, rightly dividing the word of truth, man. That's what we got to do, man. We got to be a good workman. And you don't have to be ashamed, There's going to be people that's like, oh, Passover, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Passover? Easter? Yeah, I know Easter. Oh, I know that one. Passover? I don't know that. But you don't got to be ashamed of that. You don't got to be ashamed of that because you're showing yourself to prove unto the Most High, not on to men, because that's what we like to do. What's his name? TD Jakes. You definitely like to please the men, don't you? If you know, you know. All praises to the Most High. Hopefully that brother repents, man. But some people is too far away from that. They just as far as Esau is from repentance. At least I think so. And that's the trick that they be having, man. They be having these people so far into their sin that they think that they can't repent out of it, but they can. Get your behind the Passover, and then come out of it for real. Because, like I said, there's power in being in a camp. There is. We get all the heat, but we're the reason why everybody's last name is Israel. Crazy, right? Absolutely crazy. Don't nobody want to, but we the reason why you got that Yasharah lady name. Can't even pronounce it right. Can't even spell it right. Talking about doing it diligently. Let's pronounce the Hebrew diligently. Let's spell it out diligently. Let's get it correct. Woo! You can tell when I go on Facebook, and it's that little Nas X, man. I don't know when it's gonna happen. When that brother got something going on, it just brings out all the demons in that post, and I'll be just suckering. I'll just be a sucker, man, for it. And I'll be like, oh man, our people, man, we got a long way to go. I thought it was quiet on the book. Apparently not. Jeremiah 26:14. 26:14, man. As for me, behold, I am in your hand. Do with me as seemeth good, and meet unto you. Yeah, so it's free will. It's free will. It's free will. It's a choice, and it's a test in that choice. Me on the final exam, I think keeping the Passover is going to be on the final exam, so I'm going to keep it. For other people, it might not seemeth good, right? But he's going to be in your hand, and he's going to, and that's that free will, man. That's their free will. That's why he lets things just play out. He lets things play out, right? Yeah, man. So everything for the holy days should be done with care. Everything for the holy days should be done with care. Hold on one second. Let me just go back to the chat, y'all. Let me just take a break. I don't want to stop. It's a beautiful plant. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. And that's a survivor right there. That's a survivor. Diligently. That's the word, man. That's the word right there. So like, yeah, y'all. I love y'all, man. They the water. Yeah, that's what it said, man. And Lord, Simon, behold, Satan has desired you and may sift you as wheat. Hey, Mother Bethai, give me the first verse. Give me the first verse real quick. Give me the first verse. Hold on, I'll be right back. Give me the first. Give me the first verse of Luke 22. What's the first verse read? I want you to pop that in there. Give me the first verse. If you can get it. I'll get it too, but I just want to hold on, because this has to be in my head, bro. Hold on. Mother Matthias, man. Hold on. How you know that? All praises to the Most High. How you know I wrote that down? We don't be cheating over here too. This is straight from it, man. What's the first verse say? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Hold on. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. This is beautiful, man. The Most High is beautiful, man. This is crazy. Hold on, let's get it. Let's get it. And this is what Luke 22. She was reading. I think I was the 24th, but she was on it because she had said something about there being a great purging, and that happens around this time. This. Hold on. Let's see. Let me see. What I got. This is Luke 22. For now the feast of unleavened bread drew nigh, which is called the Passover. And that's when Judas, he hopped into Judas. And that's when he said that. And that's when he said that. Yes, Mother Bethai, yes. And now the feast of unleavened bread. So now that this is upon us, we know that our adversary, the hater of all good, the great tempter, he's going to be on us because he don't like not in his kingdom. He don't like this. He don't like this at all. He gonna give itching ears. Whoever got itchy ears, he gonna itch them. Whoever got lust, he's gonna embolden them. Whoever's got beefs, he's gonna beef them up. He's gonna do everything. He's gonna bring everything out that spirit that's not of the Most High and exalted. He's gonna make you think that you better than the Passover, just like he thought that he was better than the Most High. That's what I'm saying. So there's going to be a spirit of Judas out here. There's going to be a spirit of Judas out here. Just like we talk about this, that spirit of Jezebel reigning loose, there's going to be a spirit of this Judas reigning loose. And you're going to find it on this dang Facebook. Underneath these little Nas X's. Whoever type of sodomites they want to post under. Absolutely insane, man. Oh. But you see how they do in the Oscars? You see how they do in the 4th of July? They go all out. They go all out. They go all out, man. Well, we got to go all out. We definitely got to go all out for this. The garments got to be all out. When you saying the Shemais, when you saying the Most High's prayer in the Hebrew, say it all out. I want you to lose your voice when you chant the blessings and the prayers. I want you to lose your voice, man. I want you to lose your sense of smell taking in that frankincense and that myrrh. I want you to lose your smell, man. I want you to lose your tears for crying and weeping and gladness, right? For the Most High and the men and the women that showed up. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you know about that old flour sifter, it sifts. I understand that. And right now, there's someone else doing the sifting too, right? So let's do this. Let's do this. Ooh, I got like 30 minutes left. Ooh, snaps. Time goes by. Ambition. Let's get first Thessalonians 4:11. I know it's tough to scribe and everything like that. The Waterford kind of hanging in there. But First Thessalonians 4:11. First Thessalonians 4:11. And I hope that this is motivation to just, to keep the holiness in mind. Because remember, we start this thing early. The preparation, and that's what diligence is. It's early. If you love something, you're gonna do it earlier, right? What do our women say? You gotta really plan, and you gotta, you know what I'm saying, show that you care about me, right? That's what they want you to be romantic, right? We got to be romantic with the Most High, man. We got to really figure out like how we gonna do this thing, man. We're gonna really figure this thing out. We're gonna take plans. We're gonna do things in decency and in order, and everything's gonna come together like clockwork. Because it can never fail. If we're doing things for the Most High, it can never fail, and it don't ever fail. When has a Passover ever failed at A.O.C? When? When has a Passover ever failed in general? When? I can't think of any time. If you can keep it, you're gonna keep it, and no one's gonna obstruct you. At least for the most part. First Thessalonians 4:11, and it reads, "And that ye study to be quiet and to do your own business." Right? It goes with prayer, right? Like kind of like you just do things in secrecy. Because you never know who's gonna come against you, right? You don't want no Judases popping up at your Passover. So you gotta make it be secret. Because you know that there's great evil that pursueth great good. There's great evil that's coming after the great good. So when we do this great good called the Passover, the Feast of Unleavened Bread, there's going to be great evil that comes against us. There's going to be friends, family, old acquaintances, maybe even new. That's going to get you to try to go away from this thing, depart from this thing, not celebrate this thing. Okay. Let's see. Of course, Thessalonians 4, and that ye study to be quiet. First Thessalonians 4:11, and that ye study to be quiet and to do your own business and to work with your own hands as we commanded you. Right. So this thing shouldn't be, boisterous or boisterous. This thing should be planned carefully, should be informed with the members that are participating, and it should be done accordingly. And it should be very quiet because you never know who's going to come against you. You never know. We're surrounded by our enemies, and we were surrounded by our enemies in Israel. We're still surrounded by our enemies. So we got to keep this thing quiet, man. Just like when you do charity for people, you don't let it be known to the world for something that you want God to know. You don't let that thing be, I'm giving this person so-and-so for so-and-so. No. To be worshipped among men? Keep that thing a secret, man. Keep that thing a secret. Then we got a little bit of, hold on, let's see here. Yeah, so we pray in secret, right? We don't gotta let nobody know about these holy days but us. We'll teach them eventually, but right now they'll come against it. Right now they'll come against it. Right now you let the heathen up in there, they might pop in some of that dang pork, right? They might not know what clean and unclean is, and they might bring some unclean things and ruin the whole thing, right? So right now we're practicing and we're fine tuning things. So we do. This is what this thing is about. It's about practicing and fine tuning things. So when we don't have the scriptures as a guide, we already know how to do it because it's in us. It's clockwork. All right. So we pray in secret. Remember those Jews in them tunnels? Remember Amalek coming out them tunnels? He was sacrificing to devils in them tunnels in secret. All right. But see, he does it on the left-hand side. Do you see that? Do you see that? So Amalek, so-called European Ashkenazi Jew, he sacrifices to his devils underground in secret. But we sacrifice to the Most High in secret, above ground, on higher ground. A lot of times our people, we go to the mountaintops. Why didn't we see any of these Amalek Jews, European Jews on the mountaintops? Why don't we see them on the mountaintops, on high places? But they only do spiritual wickedness on high places. And apparently they do spiritual wickedness below. Below they do those things too. Very interesting, isn't it? So if they're underground with it, my thing is we stay underground with it too, in a sense. Don't let nobody know. This is something between us and the Most High. We about Most High's business. We are about our Father's business. And this business need not to be broadcast to these other nations, for they'll come against us. 1 Peter 2:15. It's lucky if I'm not reading the chat, y'all. I'm just kind of going in right now. Let's see here. What we got? Do I need to make a part two? No, I won't. I won't. We're gonna let it fly. We're gonna let it fly. 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 15. For so is the will of the Most High, for Yahweh our power. For so is the will of God, that with well-doing ye may put to silence the ignorance of foolish men. Because when we say that good things happen to you during the Passover, we should be living in that. Like the light that comes from us doing the Passover, it should put those men that doubted doing it to shame, because we're going to be prospering. Just like Joseph prospered, we will prosper. We will be increased. Our countenance is going to be different. We're going to talk different, walk different, act different, think different. This thing boosts us spiritually. It gives us like an injection of spirit, of the Ruach, the Holy Spirit. The law, statutes, and commandment. It injects us, man, and it gets us more motivated, man. This thing is about motivation. Motivation of rejuvenation. Motivation of having a clean slate, man. Don't everybody want a clean slate? Don't a felon want a clean slate at life? Don't he want a clean slate? Knowing that he'll dominate if he got a clean slate. Knowing all the things that he know now. If only he can get that thing removed. Get it removed from him. That felony. And what's a felony? What's a felony? It's transgression of the law. It's sin. Like I said before, man, just like charity relieves a multitude of sins, that Passover probably might relieve even more. Remove that felony. Remove that sin. Remove that guilt, man. And be comforted. And be comforted. Because that's what we do, man. We comfort each other in A.O.C. That's what we do. Yeah, man. James 4:17. How much time we got? 36? As long as we're together, we're in excess. Come on now. You know we be yeah. I love it, sisters. I love it, sisters. I love it. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I got it. 1 Peter 2:15. I think I read it, right? Yeah, put the signs of ignorance of foolish men. James 4:17. James 4:17. So like James 4:17. James 4:17. Therefore, to him that knoweth to do good and doeth not, to him it is a sin. So we know this thing is good. We know it's good. Nothing about the Passover is evil. You can't say anything occultic about the Passover. You don't say it to Amalek. Your mouth is quiet. When they do the Feast of Tabernacles and you see them tents outside them brownstones, you don't say nothing to them. But let a Negro do that. Let a Negro do that. Right? And you have something to say about it, man. But we know it to do good because we know the salvation comes from this. We know that salvation comes through the Passover. And doing the Passover is a work. It is a work. The sisters that contribute to the Passover are doing works. The brothers that are contributing and attending the Passover are doing works. And it is good to them because we know that it's good. Because we know that we are commanded to do these things. Okay? So we got to stack these days. Stack them. Right? This will be my fourth one, I believe. Fourth or fifth one. I lost count. All praises to the Most High. But we got to stack them. Because sometimes when you come out of the Passover, sometimes it's not the oomph that you want it to be. Man, like the last one, bro, I was off the chain, bro. Doing this, doing that. But this one, I was a little bit lackluster. Man, this next one, I'm going to be like King David, man. I'm going to do it with all my might, man. I'm going to be dancing. I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be doing that. And that's what I love about the Most High, man. And that's what I love about this faith, man, is that we always have a chance to do it bigger and better the next time while we have time because we have grace. You see? We have grace, you see? Proverbs 16:3. Proverbs 16:3. Let's get that. Let's get what Proverbs 16:3. If I got it right. Proverbs 16:3. Oh, it's a lot, y'all. I'm just happy to be here, man. Just happy to be here. Proverbs 16:3, man. Commit thy works to who? To the Most High. Commit thy works to the Most High, and all thy thoughts shall be established, bro. You talking about, man, I need to do this. I got this bill to pay. I got this hardship coming on. I got court dates. I got this date. I got that date. I got all these things going on. Man, all your problems, man, all the things that's going on in here, when you get ready for this high holy day season, when you attend the Purims and the Passovers and the first fruits, all those thoughts in your head are going to be worked out already. They're going to be resolved. You just got to wait for it to be resolved. Do you understand? It's already going to be set in motion. Everything that you're going through, the Most High is going to hear you out through these holy days that you're going to be attending. Right? You want someone to fix your problems? The problem fixer is attending these holy days. That's the real game. That's the real game. Because the Most High works for us, man. We've got to work for Him. Most High works for us. We got to work for Him, man. It's a two-way street. It's not one way. It's not one way. It's not one way, man. Well, hold on 1 second. Did that go over? 141. I got 20 minutes. God, hey y'all, man. The water, for let me rock. All right, let me get back to it. Let's get Matthew 6:1. Let's get Matthew 6:1, man. Yeah, because we don't want to please men with this thing, and men can't be pleased with this. You know, they need something trivial, something material. This is something spiritual. 2024 is gonna be off the chain spiritual. 2024 is gonna be off the chain spiritual. All right. I'm talking about Kung Fu Char finna come back in 2024. He gonna be just that's up. He gonna be doing that in 2024. So he gonna be at the Passover. He needs that rejuvenation, right? And I need that too. I'll be right there with him. Hold on, let me get some. You know. Oh man. But yeah, man, there's a lot of things that's gonna be happening, man. So we gotta gird up our spirit, man, and do these things that the Lord commanded us to do, so we can withstand the things that the Most High is sending against us too, as well. Right. Right. So this says, and this is Yahweh speaking. Take heed that ye do not your alms before men. Right. So don't give charity in public. Don't give brothers money and do it all about everybody. Right. To be seen of them. Otherwise, ye have no reward of your Father which is in heaven. Right. So my thing is, this Passover, man, this thing isn't to be broadcast to everybody. It's to be broadcast for the people that are going to be doing the works. They're going to be doing it diligently, and that are a part of the congregation. That's a part of the family. But with open arms to everybody, right? If y'all trying to come through, if y'all trying to experience things, if you got family, I got brothers, I got sisters that are curious, you bring them along. You bring them along, right? You bring them along. Because worldly men, they don't necessarily honor the Passover. If you tell them like, yo, around April 18th, man, we're going to the strip club. They'll be planning diligently for the strip club. Yes, they will. But they won't be planning Passover. What's that? Huh? They gonna be doing that, right? Because you're trying to please men. But men can't be pleased by this. There's no benefit from them in the flesh. There's no benefit from them in the flesh. So a lot of people don't understand that some things are just meant for the spirit to benefit. But they're so selfish in this thing, man. They're so selfish in this thing they can't see through it. Let's see. I know I'm running out of time. Let's see here. The natural man, and yeah, and it's like all praises for the Most High for just having us woke up, because we know what's right. We know what this means. We know what this season is to the Most High. We know what it is. And some of us have gotten examples of what it is like when you do these things and all the increases that come spiritually and materially. So, we just have to stay on focus. I just want to do this class just to keep us, keeping on and have a good reason to keep it on. That would be pass. They would pass right over it. Ah, snap. Yeah, they would pass right over it because a lot of our people, unfortunately, they pass over the good things because they're boring. This is not boring because we have a blast. I have more blast there than I've ever had at the club. Right? Being around brothers, man, and congregating and everything like that. It's like a big family reunion. But people don't get that. People don't get that, man. When you serve the Most High, man, you serving family. And that's facts. Man. With that, though, I think I might end it right there. Man. Let's get let's see Isaiah 41 and 21 real quick. Let's get Isaiah 41, 21. Let's see what that says. Let's see what that says, man. All right, let's close out with this one. Yeah, man. So produce your cause, Isaiah 41 and 21. Produce your cause. Save the Most High. Bring forth your strong reasons. Right? So, you're going to have to say a lot about this because there's a law when it comes to doing these Passover. Deuteronomy in 16 and 16. You're supposed to be here. So I don't know what type of cause you're going to produce in front of the Most High, but it might be a compelling case, right? But we shouldn't have any excuses. I think that in the spirit, that's what that scripture is trying to say. Don't have an excuse. Because if you got an excuse, you better bring forth some strong reasons. And a lot of times excuses are not strong enough. But with that, man, Shalawam, man, and the water for being a part of class tonight. We will have something cooked up for you again next Friday, Shabbat. I will be here, and thank the water for all y'all tuning in tonight. I do appreciate that, and stay warm out here. I know it's going to get cold. Hopefully, it's not as cold as next week, but we're gonna keep it chiming through. And I can't wait to see a lot of y'all brothers and sisters, man, in the coming months. We'll have more on this as it goes. But like I said, this thing, this Passover season, it means a lot to me. It means a lot to the brothers in A.O.C. It means a lot to camps around the United States here. It means a lot to our sisters. It means a lot to our brothers. It means a lot to everybody, man. And most importantly, it means a lot to the Most High. So that's why I just wanted to usher in the motivation and the awareness that Passover season is here and it ain't going nowhere. So let's get everything right, man. Let's show ourselves approved, right? And let's get this thing popping. And the water, man, the water for the participation. I love all y'all. I'll see y'all probably tomorrow too as well with Chief Priest. But with that, Thawadah and Shalawam. Kwam Yasharallah, Ashar Shabbat. I'm trying to end it. I don't know if